recording.
I should have definitely gone brighter. Because I have wine, purple, pink. No, my question black. There's no contrast.
The background
It's healthy.
There's a yellow background, yellow and white background.
Okay, guys. Don't change your voice. You don't know it here. Those YouTubers, hi guys, welcome to my channel. You don't know it. Don't change your voice. I am in person.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. We're bringing you a new series titled Conversations from the ER, where it's just a group of doctors sitting in the ER talking about anything and everything you can think of, from marriage to the mental health of doctors to fragile masculinity. Like, it's just really spicy, so stick and stay, guys.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I really hope that we'll be able to hear through the masks because we are currently on duty at the emergency room. What's the time?
10:51.
It's 10:51 right now. We are doing night cover, but it's calm, so we're trying to record something for you
You
guys.
never say it's calm.
I'm not jinxing the night. Not jinxing it. So this is Dr. Abigail Mills. I know this is Dr. Akosia Dixon. And this is Dr. Ida Masley, as you already know. So what are we talking about before?
And then he has to. But I don't think I can marry a doctor.
I feel like I'll get bored.
Yeah, because it's like
My bed, I'm being depressed. I'm not also the patients. I'm reporting so much.
If you have contrasting careers.
I think again, it depends on
So this is the reality. Yeah, hi guys.
I'm thinking I'm brave.
So no, I was thinking, I think it depends on the specialties too. Because I mean, if you guys have imagine like a
radiologist and a dermatologist, yeah, or like a neurologist and like a radiologist, or but still medicine, like it's still baseline medicine.
Like it also like takes a lot of.
But I think like for a female doctor, right, your best bet is to marry a doctor because they are the ones that will understand the nature of your job. Because most people, like most female doctors that date non-doctors, the biggest struggle is their partners understanding why they are so busy and why they spend so many hours at work. And you said your shift ends at 8. Why are you coming home at 2 p.m.? 8, so.
Yeah, that's the thing. And I was like, it's even a struggle with other professions because other professions are also like quite a number of them also time consuming. Like imagine you marry an accountant. They may be home, but like they are working, or an engineer or an architect. Like their lawyers spend a lot of time like in their
video frame.
Oh, but me, I feel like you can
in their workplace too.
Like you can school the person. Once the person is privy to your schedule and all of that, and let's say you've been with the person for like 3 years, by now you should know.
When you see, it's also very tricky when you're dating the person in medical school and you transition into being an actual doctor when you're still with the person.
The schedules are
because
so different.
Exactly, it's so out of tandem because in medical school you had a lot more time because you could choose to go to class or not. In the evenings, you didn't have to necessarily compulsorily be on night cover like you're sitting here right now. Do you understand? When you start working, now you have actual responsibilities. People's lives actually depend on you now. It's different. You're no longer in school. So,
but then again, isn't that how life is? We evolve.
People,
every stage is different.
See, evolution, no. It be more evolving bathroom view.
And the thing is, if you really can't do anything about it, like you can't. Like if we just reform, you're stuck.
People they're also looking at
Oh no, like that's just the point I was trying to make. Say, if you can like adjust, then like you can do something about it. But then if you are both in professions where like he's busy, you're also busy now, like it's very difficult.
Because I don't think if you were married to, let's say, a doctor, and you come back from a 24-hour ONG shift, they would have expectations of you to come and clean or come and cook. They would understand that all you want to do is sleep. And I mean, you can get somebody in another profession who would also understand. But I feel like it would be easier because the doctor can actually relate. Because why you be that? Why you start 24 hours duty be that? What I say?
I think it's just easier if it's a doctor.
I feel like that's why
The
lots of
understanding,
female
yeah.
doctors marry doctors.
The
Because it's
understanding
easier.
is there. Yeah.
For me, it's
Yeah.
I mean, when I was starting medical school, I made up my mind to make a memoir doctor because I don't want that. But now I think I'm more open
Okay.
to the possibility.
Yeah. Right now, it's not like a no.
And like when I say it, people feel like maybe I've met some doctor me that I like and I'm dating. No, but like
we know you haven't.
exactly. Shade, shade. Right, but that's nonsense. But it's just that now it's not a total no for me, as Abigail was saying. Now I'm more open to the possibility. If it happens, that's all right. If it doesn't happen, that's also all right.
Kids are out there. But me, I think about it more of like the monotony of it. I mean, I'm not even looking at schedules and time and all of that. Like, this is what you are doing, this is what I'm also doing. And see, how will our conversations even vary? You know, okay, well,
But
you
you
can
how-
have interests outside of work.
Yeah.
But I feel like
Because I feel like for me,
your
my
work
life
takes
doesn't
up
my
about
life
70%
doesn't
of
revolve
your
around
life.
medicine.
Granted, but still, your work takes up
Most
a huge
of
percentage of your
Yeah.
life. Of
But definitely, still yes, you have about tennis. Who have interest, who have interest outside medicine.
Racketing and all.
It was the most for me. So then,
But today I even saw a tweet about, I don't know if you saw it, one guy was talking about how he and the wife, they were a young family, they had a baby, and they realized that they were getting so busy that they didn't even, there was never
a time where they were
even
all together in the house at the same time.
So they looked at both their careers and decided which one was growing more exponentially or whatever, and decided that they would truncate his career and let the woman go on with what she was doing because she was bringing in.
You look so stressed. I told you to just join us for the night shift
Like, I thought
because
you're even still here.
yeah, just so yeah, just come and sit down.
And then
That's
they were
what you were
saying that
saying.
eventually they decided to end the guy's career so that the lady would go on with what she was doing and then he would sort of be an auxiliary to that. So he would be a social media manager, accountant, delivery guy, so that she could focus and then she was making more money than even he was. So I feel like if you are able to come to such an agreement,
But you see, it's not everybody that's mature enough to come to that understanding, especially in our African society that is as patriarchal as hell. Because it was very difficult for the average Ghanaian man to accept that my wife is making more money. It makes more financial sense as a family that I stay home or I take the auxiliary role for my wife
oh, he has
to take the major role. So it's like it takes a lot. If you were married to
No,
somebody.
it's a very interesting discussion. Personally,
You won't even let us ask you that.
I think he's heard the discussion, so he already knows the question.
personally, I wouldn't mind if my woman makes more than me. I mean, my value as an individual to her is not solely monetary based. Okay, we are talking about security. We are talking about leadership. Okay, I'm talking about constructive leadership, not do this kind of leadership. Okay, so leading without having to do. These are more invaluable than any monetary compensation ever could. Now, I think as men, the pressure sometimes is placed upon us. We are judged by our resourcefulness, how much we can provide. So that almost always equates to a monetary value.
Yeah.
And as such, if you're not able to hit that, you feel like you're slacking, you're kind of inferior. You know, your friend has this new whip, he's flying his woman out here, he's doing all these big things. And you know, people talk, word gets around. Next thing you know, you're feeling insecure about your financial position. But when you can realize that the value you provide in the intangibles far supersedes any tangible thing, material thing, then, I mean, we could go on and on through the things. And I think it's complementary in that respect. And personally, I wouldn't mind if she does, more power to her. So long as she doesn't subscribe to that notion where her being in such a position makes her feel as though she's going to assume the dominant role in the relationship. Because here's the fact: you can't have two captains in a ship. That ship is bound to sink. If you are truly trying to get to point A to point B, I mean, there was a show, you know, that Survivor Island. They drop people off an island and have them survive by themselves. Instantly, the teams that succeed, the moment everything happens like that, they select a leader. They drop the group of men. Within themselves, they selected a leader because they understood that, hey, if we're going to make it out of here alive, we need to cooperate, we need to trust one individual, follow their lead. We'll chip in where necessary, but we have to recognize that we can't all have our individual ideas hoping to move in the same direction. If you're trying to move north and south at the same time, where do you go?
Crash.
Yeah.
Nowhere, basically.
Exactly. So, that's my perspective. It's your boy Zach Fever. Catch me. And I'm out.
Oh god. Well, that was
Zach is actually a shameless clown. But that was very insightful, and I feel like
it was
not many men are as secure as Zach is,
definitely not.
and are as confident in their resourcefulness in non-financial areas as he is.
Please.
This is not an average Ghanaian man.
You can't equate your wealth.
Do you think you're an average? This is not an average Ghanaian man, to be honest.
You can't seriously equate your wealth as a human being to your paycheck.
Because our paycheck is trash.
Please, this is another conversation for another day.
No, if we're going to equate our value, because we save lives, we do a lot, we are on our feet a lot. The amount of work we do,
I mean,
and the
doesn't
money we
correlate.
get,
It still doesn't correlate.
the disparities like this.
You need more insurance.
I mean, when you start working, you start getting your pay. At first time, you realize that actually
It's not worth it. I can actually stop this work and stay home and I'll be okay.
It's way more than like the
So,
monetary compensation because
yeah.
it doesn't even compensate.
I don't think any money will ever be enough.
Yeah.
It's just knowing that you're doing the Lord's work.
Yeah.
At this point, it is actually sacrificial way we are doing.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
it is because it takes a lot. It's not just the physical.
Yeah.
It's the mental, like the
Yeah, it takes a
emotional.
toll on you
Yes,
personally.
yes.
Like sometimes you lose a patient and you're so down, like
Yeah.
it affects you so badly.
Yeah.
Because like you have bonds with some
And
patients.
how do you
and
compensate that?
Yes,
you can't.
can.
You can't. Honestly, you can't.
And you see, that's the thing, because your career like spans a very long period of time, it keeps building up. Because you're not going to just lose one patient in your whole career.
Oh.
Like, I mean, this medicine alone, how many months have we done? How many patients have we lost? You see, so it really takes a toll. And
Yeah.
like people think you go out there and you hear people pass comments like, oh, you get used to it. So and like trust me,
I don't think you get used to death.
Never get
Things
used
like
to death.
that. You don't get used to
Never
loss.
get used to that. Yeah.
You
never get used to it.
learn how to deal with it better.
Exactly.
But you
build
don't
your
get used to it.
defenses.
Yeah.
You would get used to calling time of death.
Yeah.
How many times in one night? But
I mean, tonight's already done it twice. And it's not even midnight.
It's not-
So,
exactly.
I mean,
And we're doing it concurrently.
I know, right? We only came at 8
Simultaneously.
and it's what? It's now 11 and we've called 2 deaths. So like, you don't get used to it. You just learn how to deal with it better.
Much like everything else in life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It doesn't get any better outside.
It's not like the hawkers on the streets, they get used to the sun. They just
Never.
learn how to deal with it
Exactly.
better. It's just like,
Yeah.
you sort of build your tolerance.
It doesn't get any
Basically,
better than
yeah. Just gets to the point and you're like, okay, I've hit rock bottom. I've reached.
And you just start building up from there, yeah, because
So, somebody was saying that, so is this the adult thing? When we wake up, we go to work, we come back, we watch movies and sleep.
I don't know,
Wake up
we
and-
don't even want to see when we're young.
You don't even watch movies because I cannot even watch the movies. They're watching movies but I cannot relate.
Ah,
I don't know
so
when
is
we're
this
young.
it?
Because when we're young, adulting looks so cool.
Either.
And
Like,
I was just like,
I
so...
was a couple of days ago, I was telling a friend that I'm actually sorry for all the people that I called adults when they were 25. Because I'm past 25 now and I do not feel like an adult. So what's going on? Like when I was 10, all the people that were 25 plus that I was calling adults, please, I'm sorry. Official apology. No. Because
It's serious.
Charlie, I have mates that have 2 kids and I still feel like me, I'm a kid.
You are a kid.
I am children.
Who is it called?
When are you
So,
having children?
When are you having children? Since
Me, I am children.
I'm still children.
How are they doing it? People my age that have 3 kids. Remember when I was doing ONG, I saw an 18-year-old who was para 2. and 2 previous years for her 218. She's like, hey, what am I doing with my uterus?
But I think you have it in you. The only thing is that medical school takes up a lot of your time. So it's like you finish medical school, 6 years of medical school, then you start doing 2 years of house job.
That's 8 years of your life.
Because you are still under like supervision and training. Like you sort of think that like you are still a child, but then you realize that when
Your
you take
mates
out,
who have
But
done
you still have a
national
dependent-
service
Exactly.
and they feel more adultier.
yeah, and
They
even when
feel
you move,
adultier than
when you
you.
move out of like your career like aspects of your life, realize that in other things you exhibit maturity in like those other things. You get it?
Then when you come and do your
exactly.
summer,
Yeah, it's just the job. It's like it's
Because
so
when
hierarchical.
summer you do.
The job is hierarchical, and then
Yeah.
house officer is at the bottom of the food chain.
Oh, yeah,
So,
Amoeba.
Atom.
so Charlie, yeah, you're about to feel like children when you come to your workplace. But I think like in other aspects of your life,
Yeah.
you I think if you look at it critically, you realize that like you exhibit like maturity in some other aspects of your life. But how's your way there?
Enko you.
Thank you guys so much for watching today's video. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye, guys.